Late fry, like the name says, late fry. They ripen late. It's the almost end of August. I think it's the 25th today. Yeah, we have 6 vines along this. It's a 120-foot row. Let's just kind of take a look. I've been saying I need to mow, and this guy is pretty loaded. Late fry is always a good producer in my area, Northeast Texas, Zone 8B. Some are not quite ready. Look how small those guys are. So around, I would say October, they'll be ready. It's getting harder and harder to push them till then. Not like force them or, it's just, it's getting cold and your muscadine don't ripen. All right, let's just do a quick walk through the 120-foot row, 6 muscadine vines. And this very last one right here, as you can see, this entire row is loaded. And someone's been sampling them, and they go not ripe and they just throw it on the ground. Raccoons and possum. Just massive amount of muscadine. See how much this vine is sagging and quite vigorous. We only have one late fry that's not doing too good, but look, some of them are just getting started. So this is why you want late fry if you want variety, because you get to extend your harvest. All your muscadines are gone, but not your late fry. All right, we keep going, and it's just massive amount of late fry muscadine. No fertilizer, but I might introduce phosphorus. Is that the one for fruiting? Organic. I bought several bags. Oh, look, someone sampled one. So, yep, they use the vine here as like a picnic table. Yep. All right, tons and tons of late fry. And just for context right here, look at this noble. They look like bunch grapes, okay? I'm gonna get one. Noble are tiny, they're for red wine variety. And size comparison, even with not so big late fry, there you go, they're tiny. Try this noble. Oh, lots of damage right there, raccoon. But there's lots and they're not ready. That's why they picked just what they could smell as sweet. I was hoping to do a taste test. I'm not seeing anything that's quite ready. Look how big they are. All right, this is, look at this one right here. This one's got a lot of sun damage. Lots of fruit. Canopy here is pretty bad. It's good. All right, we might be able to do a taste test. If I remember, I think they it's a wet scar for late fry. Let's try it. Not quite ready. I mean, you can eat it, it's edible. When I say edible, I meant it's okay, not like it's unedible. All right, this one is ripe. Look at the difference in color. Look how it lost all the shininess. Very, very sweet. I like late fry. I mean, bronze, the good ones, they kind of taste the same. Almost like Summit and Hall. Hall has more like a fruity flavor though, not just sweet. It's hard to explain, kind of like your fig varieties. Some of them are just sugar, some are like honey. Some are like fruity. All right, let's do a taste test on this one. This is ripe as well. Got a little bit of peck damage right there, but there's no puncture. Check the pulp, not as crispy as the juice comes out of this. Look at that one. I didn't even squeeze the main pulp. Look at how much juice you get. Crazy. This one is overripe, a little wrinkly. If you have diabetes, watch out. Look how much fruit there is in here. This is the sickly one too. It's always had this every year, and the vigor on this, it's quite weird. It doesn't have really long. It's probably the longest one right there. There's more dangling in there, but it's so productive. This poor guy. And look how pretty. I use this as my thumbnail. They're not quite ready, but we can do. I mean, we just did a taste test. It's definitely there's some already, so I might be able to get probably a couple of pounds based on what I've observed right here. But next month is when they're ripe, and then the stragglers. Like, look how young these things are. Still, how small they are in green. You get till November, but doesn't mean they ripen in November. Doesn't mean you get some. So that's when wildlife also knows there's still food here around November, so they beat you to it. All right, so can you spot the ripe one? Quite obvious, right? So yeah, I might be able to get a couple of pounds easy, or even more, because I don't want to get them not unless they're really ripe. So I'm just on the other side, and yeah, there's tons and tons of fruit. Right there. Yeah, so that's how much muscadine there is. And vigor, man, late fry is very vigorous. So one of the tough muscadines we have. Hardly any winter damage, but I think we have two more over there. They took some damage. It's like I lost an arm, like really cracked and whatnot. And you won't really see all that damage until summer. You're thinking they're flowering, they're growing, and then they just die. All right, late fry taste test. Really good stuff. Highly recommended, since you get to harvest late. You can extend your harvest season.